When you think about, we talk about bringing our whole selves to work, but yet people feel very threatened still by certain elements, of sexual identity. What do you see? You're on the front lines in your job, obviously, in terms of reaction to this book. It feels like a new era to some extent, but do you still find that this is a place where a lot of people are still hiding their true selves, or that this backlash that we're seeing is going to have an impact on transgender, especially youths?
Well, there's such a mismatch in the moment that we are in between what is actually happening on the ground between individual people and our political landscape. And the thing that makes me most excited is what I see every day in relationships between people, which is a greater ability for each of us to more authentically express who we are and to be accepting of it. Um, and I think that runs in contradiction to what we're seeing in the political landscape, which is this huge backlash. And we're seeing safeties that I took for granted restricted. My brother, who is a transgender man, has a very different experience of his reality in 2022 than he did even in 2016 when his first child was born. Just this morning, I spoke to a lawyer on the phone to get second parent adoption set up for my children.
Ah,
Now,
congratulations.
I know, but you know what? I shouldn't have to do this, Diane, because federal marriage is legal for me. And I am on the birth certificate for both of my children in the state of New York. But that birth certificate is a state document. And should federal marriage fall, and it's looking more and more likely that there's a real possibility that it will, suddenly when I leave the state of New York, I'm not legally considered the parent of my children. Like, that's going backwards, right? And so it is befuddling to me that that can happen, that political backlash can happen at the same time as our media role models are expanding. The internet is affording us the opportunity to connect to more and more people who share our experiences, even when geography doesn't. Now, I am an optimist at heart. I believe that what humanity is going through right now is a revolution of sorts, and that ultimately authenticity will win. But right now, in this moment, things feel dark.